Hi, I'm Ilka. I film the stories for the Off-Grid Kitchen. We make videos that give you a really great insight into off-grid properties and people's off-grid lives. It's a whole veritable selection of how people do it, and that's what we wanted to showcase. Currently, we're in lockdown, so I'm unable to go to people's off-grid properties and film their cool stories. So instead, I've come up with a creative solution, and that is, over the next 10 weeks, I'm going to challenge myself to build my own off-grid kitchen in this space. So there was always plans to build an off-grid kitchen here, or a kitchen here, and it's just been expedited because I'm in lockdown. So things that you need to know. I have never built before, and I don't have any power tools, but I think I've sorted the power tools things out, and they should be arriving in the post soon. And I have a generator to run the tools because I only have a 500 watt power system. I do need to think about plumbing. There's no water to this cabin, but I think that's beyond the 10-week challenge. I'll talk about it along the way, but probably won't get to it. This timber I milled, that's going to be for the stud wall frame, which is going to be super simple. Nothing's going to be insulated. I love the sound of rain on a tin roof. This is going to act like a skin, outside skin for this cabin, which is actually really well insulated. Was an old carport. My brother, my good mate Moses, and I laid this slab earlier in the year. Moses and James are going to come back and do this roof section out here. I don't have the skill. It would definitely leak if I built a roof. Because the space is only 6 by 3 metres, and I wanted to pack a lot in here. I came up with the idea after I found these cool windows, 19 for $50, but on a side note, they've all got dodgy hinges, so I could have kind of created an expensive project there, unless I come up with a creative solution, which I'm sure I will do, because I always do. So I've got the windows, and with the windows, I gave me the idea of, sorry if that was a bit noisy, pushing the space out by making some window boxes. So I'm going to make a window box out here. So, yeah. It wasn't enough challenge just to learn to build stud frame walls, which would have been quite easy. I then had to decide to build some glass window boxes. But it's going to be exciting because one of them is going to be an indoor greenhouse, and I'm really excited about that. It's going to help me with my food preparation, having fresh, green, growing food right in arm's reach to be able to cook with. That's going to house a double bed. It's going to be it was probably going to be my bed or a day bed or something like that. And then there's going to be another window box out here, and that's going to have a greenhouse in it, inside greenhouse in it. In terms of cooling and heating, I've put the concrete slab down partly because when the big fires that came through Australia 2 years ago were close by, they didn't come to this property, but they were close by, I was asked what my plan was, and I said, my plan is to leave, obviously, if there's a fire, and I don't want to stay and defend. And then it was put back to me, what happens if you can't leave? And it really freaked me out, and I decided I wanted this concrete slab because all the other floors are timber and raised, and so this would be my shelter in terms of fire. Also, it's going to act as a thermal mass with the sun coming through the window boxes in winter. I'm going to put a fish pond out of cut down a corrugated water tank, and there's going to be a fish pond about this low out here. There's some big windows which I'll show you in a second, and the idea is that this acts like an evaporative air conditioning in summer, that as soon as the slightest bit of breeze comes over that water, it'll pull cool air into here, and it'll get channeled through like a breezeway. And hopefully with the ventilation in the other cabin, I've got 2 big sliding doors here so I can regulate how the temperature works with that. Okay, so I don't have tools and I've never built before, but what I do have is a tape measure. I have got a tape measure, and my dad did actually build a house. in Sydney. I loved it. So, you know, it's got to be in the genes. We did a live stream with Matt Romine on Walker stoves about 2 weeks ago. Check it out on the channel. And I'm thinking about maybe building one here for cooking on and for heating. And maybe I can even heat my hot water with it too. Anyway, there's lots to do. I did kind of do a plan, but I think I'm just going to freeform it. I actually think that's what I'm going to do. You know, it can't be that hard. Got some wood, got some windows, need some nails. Got a tape measure. I do have a tape measure already. You know, how hard can it be?